What's up, metalheads, and happy Memorial Day. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all the vets out there and to anyone who is currently serving. We really appreciate you. And today I'm going to show you a knife that I did a video on in the past. It was before I even had 1,000 subscribers, so a lot of you haven't even seen this knife yet unless you've gone back and watched old videos. But we're getting close to 3,000 now, and today is the perfect day to show this knife. Well, the day you're seeing this video is the perfect day to show this knife. That is the Boker M4 Sherman. And I'll explain why this knife is so special in a moment. But it does come in this cool little display case that you can stand up. Be cool to put a light behind it. This is like a stretchy plastic, clear plastic. One thing I will say is as it stands up for a while, it will start to slide down, and you got to open it up and line it back up. So, but yeah, opens up like that. And this knife is made in Germany, or it's assembled in Germany, but the blade is made in the United States. The material for the blade comes from an M4 Sherman tank from World War II, and it comes out of, what's the name of that museum in Virginia? Hold on, I'll tell you. Americans in Wartime Museum, I believe it is. Yeah, the Americans in Wartime Museum in Virginia. Boker gets the pieces of the tank from them. Then they send it to Chad Nichols in the United States, and Chad Nichols uses those parts to forge the Damascus blade. It's an 80-layer Damascus. It's not stainless, so this is one you got to oil frequently and take care of. And I've had this here for a couple months now, a few months, and I've oiled it several times. You can see it up there around the thumb studs. Still a little oil left around there. But very, very, very cool knife. These are not cheap. Boker's price on these is like $560. This one's $420 in the knife sale. But I'm going to read you something to give you a little more info about this knife. Try to get this to stand up so the light will not reflect on that pattern like that. You can see that Damascus pattern. I'm going to work on my lighting. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to read you a little something about this knife. Together with the Americans in Wartime Museum in Virginia, we have managed to preserve an important piece of lost history. The Boker Sherman-Damascus is equipped with a unique Damascus blade with 80 layers forged from different materials from the production of M4 Sherman tanks, which were previously restored by the museum. The unique Damascus is forged by hand for us by Chad Nichols in the customized ladder pattern, and is reminiscent of the tank's tracks left on the ground by the heavy chains of the M4 Sherman. So they did this pattern to make it look like tank tracks. The ball bearing blade is opened by thumb stud and locked by solid steel frame lock. A hinder lock stop acts as an overstretch protection for the lock. As you can see there, over travel stop. I think it says something about that pivot, but the pivot's meant to be like the sprocket on the chain or on the tank for the tracks. The overall shape of the knife is a tribute to the aesthetic lines of the armor, while the decorative blade axle screw is modeled on the characteristic main drive sprocket. The slightly contoured burlap micarta handle fits comfortably in the hand, and the color is reminiscent of the camouflage paint used by both the U.S. Army and the Marine Corps. With lanyard hole and practical deep carry right hand tip up only. Handmade in the Boker Knife Factory, Boker Knife Manufacturing in Solingen. I'm probably butchering that name. Delivery with noble floating display, certificate authenticity, and individual serial number. A portion of the proceeds from each knife sold goes to the Americans in Wartime Museum to support educational programs and the care and preservation of these proud examples of American history. And the museum is a non-profit, by the way, so a portion of all these knives, the portion of the sales goes to the museum to keep them in business. And they also buy, I think they buy the steel to make the Damascus. And basically, Chad Nichols makes the blades here in the U.S., ships, or makes, I don't know if he's cut the blades or if he's just making the solid chunks and then Boker's cutting the blades, but he is making the Damascus in the United States. That's being shipped to Germany to be assembled to make the knife. Very cool knife. And today is the best day to show this knife, in my opinion. You know, it's not just a gimmick either. It actually has really good action. Fantastic action. Great detent. The micarta feels really good. I think the Damascus looks really good. This one's number 408. Yeah, super cool knife. And I thought you guys would like to see this today. If you've already seen this one in the past, I apologize for showing it again. But, yeah. since we got so many new subscribers, I figured it'd be a good time to pull this one out and let everybody take a look at it. Any World War II vets out there, comment below. I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.